Yo, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy DavidBWylin, and I'm back again with another reaction. You can kill your wife, but the cops... Wait, but tell the cops a 6-year-old did it. I don't know. We just gonna get right into this one because it sounds crazy based off the title. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
CCTV would capture a man placing a 911 call in panic. This man would be 36-year-old Keith Johansson. Police would discover a surveillance system that covered every inch of the house, inside and out.
Damn.
But why the need for such an elaborate system? Police would eventually gain access to the footage, and what they would see would leave them speechless. Before we reveal the details of this case, we would like to send our condolences to the family and loved ones of Brandy Salenza.
Nah, facts.
As the sun would rise on the morning of Saturday, April the 7th, 2018, Brandy Salenza prepares her son Rylan some breakfast. They plan to go out to the county fair later that day to have some fun, with 6-year-old Rylan telling his mom how much he loves her.
I love you.
That's a tall 6-year-old.
I do.
Asleep in the master bedroom would be Keith Johansson. Brandy and Keith met in 2014. At the time, Brandy was 21, a single mom, while Keith was 32, 11
Damn.
years her elder. While there was a large age gap,
Damn.
Brandy was looking for a stable relationship, and the older Keith seemed to provide that. After 3 years of dating, the two would get married in 2017. They would eventually move into this house at 23 Felter Lane and begin their life creating a loving home to raise their child Rylan in. It was such a great area to raise a child, close to the beach with great facilities nearby. Although Keith was not Rylan's biological father, he had adopted him as his own, and Rylan would refer to him as Daddy. From all appearances, everything seemed to be going great for the Johansson family. Shortly after the mom and son had enjoyed some breakfast, members of the local church would stop by. They would offer her some reading material, which Brandy was happy to accept, appearing to enjoy talking with the couple. After a short conversation, Brandy would walk back inside. Little did she know that this footage would be the last of her ever captured alive. Only minutes after the churchgoers had visited, this call would come into the Flagler County Sheriff's Department.
Okay, what's going on there?
I was in the shower. I heard gunshots. And I think my wife shot herself.
What happened?
I was in the shower and I heard some gunshots. I
Okay.
think that my wife accidentally shot herself.
Do you see her?
Yes.
All right, where did she shoot herself?
Looks like in my bedroom.
Where did she shoot herself bodily?
I don't know. I can't see it.
What do you actually see?
She's laying down right next to the bed.
Where is she bleeding from anywhere?
I don't see it. I don't see blood.
Okay. Do you see a gun on the floor or anything?
Yes, I ain't moving it.
What kind of gun?
It is a 9mm.
Okay. Do you see any head wound? Did she shoot herself or anything in the head? I need somebody to face it out for me. Do you see anything in the head?
No.
All right. Do you see any? Have you tried waking her up? Do you see any part of her body where she got shot that you can possibly apply pressure?
I can't see anything.
The 911 operator is trying to get Keith to render medical assistance to his wife, but he doesn't seem to want to cooperate in helping her. As police would race to the scene, the operator would stay on the phone with Keith. The 911 operator would ask if she was breathing, and if he could possibly give her CPR. Keith would say that he doesn't want to try because his feet are wet and he might slip on the floor. After only a short while,
Come on, bro. If that's your wife, there's just certain stuff that you just get yourself caught up in, bro. Because for one, you allegedly shot her, bro, and then blamed it on the 6-year-old, right? Well, on his 911 call, he said she shot herself. He think she accidentally shot herself or whatever. They ask you, do you see any wounds? You like, I don't see anything. Can you apply pressure to any wounds? Nah, I don't want to move because I might slip on the floor. If it's your wife, bro, you're gonna take that. You'll be more in a panic too, like, oh shit, and listen to the damn operator guide you through it. But this man making up excuses for not wanting to help his wife—that's wild, bro.
Police would arrive on scene and begin talking to Keith.
We just got married, man.
I got you. When did you guys get married?
Last year, but we were gonna renew our wedding in 2 months. Please tell me that you guys can save her.
Become the master of the air, the thunder of the seas, or a tank fury in the epic multiplayer action game War Thunder.
Flagler County officers would find Brandy's lifeless body on the floor in the couple's bedroom.
Dang, so she been pronounced, she been dead. That's crazy. So it wasn't even like she was suffering. She was already, damn, bro. Fucking tragedy, bro. But my thing is, I don't know, it wouldn't even add up to me, bro, even if I was the operator, bro. Maybe in that moment it's different. Because like me, based off the title, I know what's going on already, kinda. But maybe in that moment, the operator was just like, whoa, what the fuck? So I could get why he was confused. He was trying to figure out what was going on. So yeah. But I don't know, it's something about like in his, like the way he explained this shit is crazy to me. I don't know, it's just like triggering something like, yeah, you had something to do with it, or I don't know, bro.
Next to her body would be a 9mm handgun. As they would check her body,
he did describe that gun fast, though. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you could kind of look at firearms and understand like it's whatever, but like, damn, maybe. Okay, just hypothetically speaking, that was her everyday carry. A 9mm, so it's easy for him to identify. Boom, he knew, but it was pretty fast when he responded, though.
They would notice what appeared to be 2 gunshot wounds to the upper chest. Keith was claiming that his wife had shot herself, but the locations of the wounds would arouse suspicion. Officers would go room to room, checking for evidence, where they would find 6-year-old Bwylin watching TV, somewhat oblivious to what was going on. He was taken to a police car, still having no idea that his mom had just lost her life. The house would be found in a decent condition. There was nothing to suggest a violent struggle had taken place within the residence. Detectives had noticed that the house was covered by security cameras in almost every spot on the property.
I saw this camera right above your head. I see a couple right in front of me above here. And there's a few, I don't know if they're active inside the house as well, so.
Was the family afraid of something? Or was it there simply for their protection? The CSI team had made a comment that there was a camera in the main bedroom, pointing to where Brandy was found, but it appeared to have been turned off. When police would ask Keith for the footage, he would claim that he was unable to access it. Investigators did notice several more inconsistencies. In the 911 call, Keith had claimed that he was in the shower. However, he appeared to be completely dry talking to the officers, and there was no water on the shower floor or in or around the bathroom.
Scratches on him? Yeah. He's not wet. No.
So he was in the shower?
Yeah.
You did some crash out shit, bro. That's all that is. You didn't think the shit through. You just boom. Was it because she was talking to them the church going people, bro? Was that an issue? I'm not getting it, because they said like right after she had a conversation with the people from the church that came to the house, that was the last moments of her being seen alive. So, did he not want you talking to people that go to church, or? Like I said, some crash out shit for sure. Crashed out.
Keith would be taken back for questioning at the Flagler County Sheriff's Office.
When
being asked to recount the day's events and about their relationship in general, some of the answers he would give were just plain bizarre.
I knew that something was wrong, that she had accidentally got shot, but I didn't know where.
Who do you think accidentally shot her?
Not me. Herself. I figured she was trying to, how it looked to me, is she was maybe move them, or trying to move them, or I don't know. I wish you guys would tell me.
Police did not believe Keith.
How they gonna tell you there wasn't there, bro? That really do piss me off, bro. Cause that didn't even make no type of sense. I wish you guys would tell me. You act like they live there with you, bro.
Keith, it is highly unlikely that an accident would cause someone to shoot themselves twice. And if it were an attempt to take her own life, the location of the wounds was not typical. Police would focus on obtaining the footage from the CCTV cameras installed.
Man, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna just point the gun right here. Yeah, most people do like what? Mouth, head, maybe under the chin type. You don't really hear somebody just shooting themselves in the chest like that, bro. Which I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but it's not the normal spots where people choose.
At the property. The footage was stored on site by a company called Arlo. A warrant would be obtained to acquire the footage, but the company claimed it would take several days to get it. In the meantime, an autopsy was performed on Brandy, which would show something bizarre. Of the 2 gunshot wounds to her chest, one would be from a rubber bullet. The second gunshot would be the fatal round, which had hit Brandy right in the breast, exited her body before hitting the bedside table, and then gone through the wall beside it. Rubber bullets was not something that most people possess, so they would ask Keith about this. He would claim that he always loaded 2 rubber bullets, followed by lethal ammunition. Keith did this so that if someone broke into his house, he could shoot them without killing them. While police would find this to be strange, they would accept his explanation.
It's not strange, because I also had like somebody I work with say they don't want to take somebody's life, so they would shoot them with rubber bullets. So they'll have, I don't know if she keep rubber bullets loaded in her gun, but she said she much rather wouldn't want to, kill anybody. So she don't keep rubber bullets in her gun. I ain't gonna say, because she didn't say that. She was just like, she much rather just have, because they will scare them. Like, you get hit with them motherfuckers, you're gonna think you actually got shot for a minute, bro, for real. You're gonna try to get out of that situation. But I don't know. So it's not strange to hear, because some people just don't want to, take somebody's life. Which, of course, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. But people have firearms for protection, bro. Some people might be out here, on some lunatic shit with their firearms, but you got people that actually just have them for self-defense, or they just find guns like, they let it collect them or whatever. But yeah, I have heard of the rubber bullets before.
Killing them. While police would find this to be strange, they would accept his explanation.
You're the guy with the gun, the person who would do anything to protect the ones you love. But did you know you could go to jail for simply doing the right thing to keep your family safe?
This ad pop up after that. That's crazy.
Autopsy would also tell investigators at what distance the rounds were fired on Brandy. One round had been fired from 3 feet away, and the other at point-blank distance.
Damn.
This would rule out an accident or Brandy taking her own life, and her death would be ruled as a homicide. Keith would now become the focus of investigators' attention as the prime suspect. The CCTV footage would now come in from the security company some 3 weeks after it was initially requested. Watching some of the footage 2 days prior to Brandy's death would leave investigators shocked. The footage would show Keith smoking meth from a glass pipe.
I'm about to say, yeah, golly, bro. That's crazy.
While demeaning Brandy and threatening her. Brandy can be seen cowering from him in several clips, afraid of what he might do to her. In a meth-induced rage, he is now convinced Brandy is cheating on her and has a suggestion for her.
Oh, man. Like bad. It's only a matter of time.
Now what's crazier is she's just sitting there inhaling that, meth smoke with this man. That's crazy.
So much. You're gonna threaten to kill yourself. Then you're gonna spend the rest of your days in an institution. I can throw you there tomorrow. You did? No problem. Yeah, you push a person to either beat or kill you because you're... I suggest you use it. Give you too many goddamn chances, man. Too many. Show a cop these videos. I don't give a... I'd rather be in prison. I could call in my homies and you both.
That's where you going, buddy.
Why? Sure. I gave up everything on a chance. Somebody lied. Cheats. Does this and that. You know what? I'm gonna leave it here to haunt you. Maybe one day you will.
Shortly after this footage, the camera in this room would be deactivated. On the day of the shooting, Keith can be seen entering the living room at 10:33 a.m., appearing to have just his pants on. 1 minute later at 10:34, Brandy is observed getting something from the living room before returning to the main bedroom. At 10:37, Keith can be seen calling 911, meaning Brandy had been killed in the 3 minutes since she was last captured on camera.
Dang, that's wild.
Keith can be observed on camera talking to the 911 operator, claiming he was checking Brandy's injuries. In reality, he was attempting to hide his drug stash so police couldn't charge him for it, which was captured on camera. With the video evidence now in hand, police would arrest Keith Johansson and charge him with first-degree murder. The case would eventually go to trial, and the prosecution would point out the fact that Keith had said only days before that because of this fact, they would also add the charge of premeditation. They would also show the amount of torment and manipulation that he would make her endure. But then a shocking admission would rock the murder trial. In a phone call recorded from jail, Keith would then put the blame on 6-year-old Rylan, accusing him of pulling the trigger. No one would buy the story, not the police, nor the prosecution, and even his own family wouldn't believe the outlandish story. After coming up with a story that was completely unbelievable,
what's up with this picture right here, bro? Hell no, bro.
Then claimed he was mentally ill and wasn't fit to stand trial. The court would order a mental health assessment, and he would be found fit to stand trial. His only problem was that he was a compulsive liar. These powerful opening statements would be read by Assistant State Attorney Jennifer Dunton.
I've got to get away from you, or I am going to kill you. You have to tell me when you're masturbating when I'm gone, or I will kill you. Those were the words of this defendant 2 days before his wife, Brandy Salenza, was found shot and killed in their home, in their master bedroom. Those threats to kill were captured on their home surveillance system, on a camera in their bedroom on April 5th.
Keith's defense lawyer, Gary Wood, would then come out with a completely different version of events, the third time such a change of story had happened.
Ms. Salenza was killed in self-defense, and you're going to hear instruction about what self-defense is and justifiable homicide. It's a very tragic case, and I'll explain what happened and what evidence you will hear, both through cross-examination of the state's witnesses and from testimony that we'll also provide on our side.
Keith would then take the stand and describe this completely new story, adding that they had both been on meth for 10 days before the incident, causing his wife's odd behavior.
Well, I woke up and I went to the living room to retrieve my pants because I was thinking about taking a shower. Then I pretty much was in the bathroom, took off my pants, getting ready to step into the shower, and I heard her say "boo," which is the nickname that she uses for me. So I go out there, and she had a weapon in her hand. She said that I was not her husband and I was plastic, and I had walked forward to her, trying to disarm her, and, well, I had grabbed my gun, the one that was in the box. Okay.
Mechanic?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Then I started walking towards her, trying to, say, hey, man, and trying to bark orders and for her to drop it and to disarm her. And then she would not do so. So I got closer and I tried to grab it from her, and she lifted it up and a round went out of my gun on her. Then she cocked and swung as I'm retreating,
And another round I pulled off because she was pointing a loaded weapon at me.
So how many times did you fire the Canic?
Twice, sir.
Twice, okay. And where were you at and where was she at when the first shot went off?
Why didn't you say it was self-defense at first? You made up a story. I think she accidentally shot herself. And I guess he could argue, well, I was scared. I didn't know how to, explain this story in self-defense because I'd never been in this situation, so I got nervous. So I just said she accidentally shot herself. Like, yeah, you could go around and say that, but I think in a self-defense case, that will be the first thing that you start off with. Like, I don't think you're gonna try to create a false narrative because self-defense is self-defense, bro. Like, if that's what it is, you got the right to protect yourself. So it's no crime there. But for you to say she accidentally shot herself, then blame it on the 6-year-old, and then all of a sudden now it was self-defense, it's crazy, bro. Your lawyer definitely telling you what to say. Like, hey, I can get you out of this, but you got to say da-da-da. Like, he been definitely coaching you up, but it's not making sense, bro. Your story changed 3 times.
We were almost face to face.
Okay. And
because I was trying to reach down and get it.
So using the bed as a reference, where were you at in reference to where were the two of you at in reference to the bed?
Well, how it is, sir, is there's a space, there's a gap between our bed and the wall. And there's a dresser right over here. So we were, man, I wish I had a diagram and I would show you, but so here's the nightstand. She was right here and I was right here.
By now, trial.
Brandy wasn't just my sister. She was my best friend. She was a mother. She was a daughter. She was young. She still had a whole life to go. And he just took her away and nobody was able to say anything. And being in jail is great for freaking him. He gets to live. As we still have to suffer inside with my sister gone and knowing and have to deal with Rylan growing up knowing his mom is not here with us.
That's the craziest part of it all, for real.
Thank you.
Like, you took this man's mom away. You took this little boy mom away, bro. And the whole time he don't even know what's going on. He don't know. They said he was in another room. So that is wild to me, bro. Whole time you done shot his mom and then try to blame it on him. That's crazy, bro. I'm not saying a 6-year-old wouldn't do no shit like that, because it could be some freak accidents that happen in that certain area, or a kid, I don't know, might be on that time and find a gun and it's an easy access and do that to their parent or something. But the fact that you blame it on him is crazy to me, right? Like, this man just couldn't accept the fact that you lashed out, you crashed out. I don't know if she was cheating on him or not, but I feel like still, again, there's no need to go to that extreme, bro. You can just leave and find somebody else or stay single and whatever. I get it. Some people, they get hurt and they be deep, bro. Like, they feel like that's the only option, but it's like, it ain't worth it, bro. You gotta think long run wise. Okay, yeah, you can do that, but now you're going to jail for a while, bro. I'm not gonna say for the rest of your life. Well, actually, I think they said they tried to hit him. They tried to hit him with premeditated murder. So that's what, 1st-degree murder, right? Definitely gonna be sitting down for a while, but bro, that shit stupid, bro.
Rylan is now being raised by his biological father. This case highlights the many dangers that some people face in toxic and abusive relationships. Domestic violence is a huge problem within our society, and this case shows.
Make sure you both.
Domestic.
I could call my homies. Make sure you both. Huh? Was he talking about her and the kid? Or her and the baby daddy?
Rylan is now being raised by his biological father.
That threw me off.
This case highlights the many dangers that some people face in toxic and abusive relationships. Domestic violence is a huge problem within our society, and this case ended with the worst possible outcome. We hope that by shedding some light on these issues, it might give you or a loved one the courage to leave an abusive relationship before it's too late.
That way.
Please let us know what you thought of this case in the comments below. And get subscribed so you don't miss our next deep dive into true crime.
I just think that's crazy, bro. That's some dumb, like, the reason behind doing that didn't even make sense. Because even if she verbally threatened him, right? Threatened him. You pointing a firearm on her is crazy, because if she ain't got no weapon in her hand, which in that span that we seen from the clip, she could have grabbed somebody. That's what they said they found. They ain't find nothing on her like that, so it's pretty much you upped a weapon on her. Even if, like I said, even if she made threats to you previously or nothing, but she was literally sitting in the bed asking him why. It wasn't like she was over here, oh, you try to get, I'm gonna do that. Like, she wasn't making no verbal threats from that clip that they showed. I don't know. Like, it could have been that, but from that clip they showed, she was literally sitting there just taking a beating verbally, literally. She was just balled up. He over here saying wild shit to get my homies and go be like, he just saying wild stuff to her, and she just sitting there, like I said, getting verbally abused right there, bro. She was just sitting there. So, but he definitely got some deeper issues within himself. But I just think it's crazy for you to take her life off of that, like, cheating. If she was, who knows? But that's crazy. That's not even, that ain't even it, bro. It is deep, okay? It's a betrayal thing. I get it. But to take somebody's life based off, I don't think it's that deep, bro. It's not. Like I said, some people, it might hit them different, bro, because you don't put your all into this person, and it's like, she done that, and now you just feel useless, and you on some selfish type, you own her type thing, bro. Like, if I can't have anybody get, like, that's not the way to think about shit, bro. But that's just my thoughts on it, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Make sure I run the likes up, sub news, and on post notifications. All that good stuff. We're gonna roll to 200K. Let's keep running it up. It's your boy DavidBWylin, and I'm out, bro.